I'm here today with Tasha Tillman, and I'm here to ask her questions about the racial injustice in the healthcare system. So my first question for you is, what are the racial injustices in the healthcare system in your own words?
That I noticed that people will be judged upon what they look, their color, their skin, and just their address or what type of medical coverage they have.
Yes, I do, because I feel as though they're not going to trust the doctors. Like it could be more like black doctors, they're still not going to trust them because of how the system treated them before. They're not going to want to take vaccinations or none of that.
First, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Sister Mona. I'm the school nurse at Sankofa.
How many years have you been working here?
Since 2009, so that would be 13 years in September.
Okay, so we're going to interview you about racial injustice in the healthcare system.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a couple questions. Have you ever experienced racial injustice in the healthcare system? You or yourself, or like your family members or something?
Yes, I have. Not long ago, had to visit the emergency room, and my concerns were not taken seriously. The nurse actually left.
Have you ever experienced unfair health treatment because of your ethnicity?
I wouldn't say that it was unfair health treatment, but I would say that it was rude to begin with. Like just me getting registered at the doctor's office. It could be a Caucasian medical assistant and she's being rude, or she's just like just the attitude, the slur, the way she talks, the way she treats, just her whole mood, her whole vibe was just nasty. But because my doctor is black, so yeah, it's just like before I get to my doctor, that's when the problem come in. And then, but I also noticed that my doctor holds back because we are black, and they work for. Because everybody has a boss. There's a boss on top of a boss. So until somebody, the CEO runs the company. But, my doctor has a boss. So there's like certain things that she's our limit to what she can do and what she can't do until she get her own practice. But yeah, I noticed some setbacks.
It will affect future generations.
I'm sorry, repeat the question.
Do you think the way African Americans being treated unfairly in the healthcare system will affect future generations?
Yes, definitely. I think that being treated unfairly now just causes us to distrust healthcare professionals and not feel comfortable with voicing healthcare concerns we have. And those feelings are usually taught to our children and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Police brutality, that's a well-known problem.
So do you think where you live also determines the type of treatment you receive?
Definitely, because if you live in a more wealthy neighborhood, such as like myself, there is really no racism. But once you like in the hood, I feel like when they know you live in a hood, it's more so, oh, like that's a hood, like they a hood rat or whatever. Like, but when they see you live in a high class neighborhood, they don't really look at you as a hood rat.
And do you think African Americans are aware of this social injustice issue?
No, because they don't. I feel like as African Americans, we don't go to doctors enough, so they don't really pay no mind that this is a problem. They focus their problems on well-known, like social justice problems, like police brutality and stuff like that. They don't really pay attention to the medical field.
Do you think the unfair treatment is towards a certain age in the African American community?
I do think that it's more so toward adult people of color. So I do think it's towards a certain age group.
Do you think enough African Americans are aware about this issue?
I think nowadays there's more awareness to the issue, considering all the outlets we have, especially with social media. So yes, I do.
I think the way African Americans being treated in healthcare will affect future generations in the community, such as trust issues and trust in the people who work in healthcare themselves and receiving treatment.
You said, repeat it, do I?
Yes. Do you think that the way African Americans being treated will affect future generations?
Okay, that's all. So, yes and yes. I think there's a lot of trust issues within the healthcare system when it comes to African America, and it's because of the race. A lot of people around my age feel as though they don't need to go to doctors, or they feel as though I don't want what they pumping me with because we're black and they're white, so just watch out, they trying to kill us. So yeah, it's a lot of trust issue, and it just didn't started from the health care coverage. It started from many years ago, our ancestors of what they went through. So yeah, that's it.
And do you think, is there a way that racism in the healthcare system can be resolved?
Yes, I feel like if we get more colored people in to be doctors and nurses, then it'll be solved. Because most doctors and nurses, they don't really care, like different races, they don't really care about black people. So I feel like if we get more people like ourselves in here, it will definitely be a huge difference.
And how can the healthcare system make sure to keep their patients truly safe without African Americans having to worry about if they'll be treated because of their skin color?
Repeat the question.
How can the healthcare system make sure to keep their patients truly safe without them worrying if they'll be treated unfairly because of their skin
I feel
routine?
like they can just reassure them that they matter, and that it's not just their attention is just targeted towards one race, like it's also targeted towards us. Just reassurance, basically.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
And do you think this could be a main issue revolved around a certain age group or gender?
I would say age group, and gender, yeah, because it's more males. I notice I have a lot of male friends that don't want to go to the doctor because, like I said, they scared of the health coverage, or they scared that they get then, going to get mistreated, or they just feel as though, oh, I don't need it right now, or it's okay if I die, which that's the wrong mind thought. But this is what, they don't have that trust, or they think that, oh, they're gonna want me to get a flu shot, they're gonna stick me with the white people just want to stick me. So yeah, I hear a lot of that.
As a nurse of this school, how do you feel like that you can help us realize like the stuff that's going on?
Constantly speaking to the students about health and different things we can do. Taking health. I think that healthcare professionals should first and foremost learn to listen to their patients, regardless of their race or gender, and being a little more compassionate toward people, taking each person's concern seriously, regardless if you feel that it's not as serious as another person. Mm-hmm. Treatment uniformity, so, across the board, same treatment, regardless of what demographics the patient has.
As a nurse of this school, how do you feel like that you can help us realize like the stuff that's going on?
Constantly speaking to the students about health and different things we can do, taking health seriously, knowing that our concerns are just as important as anyone else's, and encouraging us to spread the word, spread it amongst our families, our friends, just to take our health more seriously.